So yeah, the self-checkout is pretty cool at 7-Eleven. You can just check most everything out. You can't do gas, but at Circle K over by Benbrook, they have a machine called Bertha. You just throw the items down there, it reads it, checks it out. It also does gas, so you can do gas as well. Any type of item. It'll recognize the cups too that you buy. It doesn't really recognize these yet, but it might start recognizing thermals. So thermal mugs. You just pay with however you pay regularly. You can do gas and everything 24 hours. They have a lot of those checkout things. So I'm trying out, well, this is the Coca-Cola zero sugar. I was gonna try out eventually one of these, which is a Pepsi. I think it's cherry, or it's got Pepsi stuff on it. I don't know if it's cherry. Yeah, it's cherry Pepsi. I like the cherry zero. Cherry zero is actually pretty good compared to some of the other drinks. Then I got a refill, but I only, on the refills, I usually tell them if the bricks are off, and sometimes they don't make you pay. Bricks has to do with the ratio of the carbonation and the serum. Some of the diet drinks don't always make it. It's very difficult to do the serum. These are oatmeal. For $1, you get 2 cookies. Here's one of the cookies here. Yeah. Oatmeal's still my favorite. So I had a girlfriend in high school. Her father was a physicist, and he's also the professor of physics. He used to help me with my algebra. Well, he had a bunch of oatmeal cookies and soup. So I'd go over at lunchtime with Jennifer all the time to eat some of his soup and his oatmeal cookies. She ended up dumping me. So don't do that. Don't eat your girlfriend's dad's oatmeal cookies. Not a good one. I broke my heart. Always blaming on those oatmeal cookies. She ran off to Austin to be an artist and landed in a Richard Linklater movie called Newton Boys, which I talked about today. I wasn't in it. I auditioned for it, but I didn't get in. Richard Linklater cast her in a small little role. I think she was in a brothel or something like that, or a saloon. It's about these bank robbers. It's a true story. They were real bank robbers. And they got away with it. They got released, and they ended up on like Johnny Carson. They were on the Johnny Carson show. One of them was. They're brothers. Linklater did the movie. He thinks it's a failure. It's probably Secret Western Sleeper. It's probably a masterpiece. Ethan Hawke was in it. She was in it. And then I think Linklater right now is, he went to France to do a documentary about Jean-Luc Godard. He may be back by now, so. All right. It's a glove. So Newton Boys, from what I remember, it's very unique. It's shot in low light around the railroad. I believe it was shot in Texas. And you have to do the research on it because the robber's last name was Newton. He's a train robber. It's based on a true story. Vincent D'Onofrio's in it. I believe Ethan Hawke is in it. I was supposed to be in it, but I didn't even get to be an extra. So Richard Linklater was probably at the audition. He probably didn't let me because I was going back to Fort Worth. It was a territorial thing. Jennifer Quarles, she went to Austin. So that's probably why she got in it. She probably found the background group that was doing the extras, so she was just an extra. But I got to think of the whole cast. They consider, I think Matthew McConaughey may have been in it. They consider it a failure, but secretly it's probably a pretty good movie. One of the guys, when they did it, the actual robber was still alive. The train robber was released from prison, and he did go onto a talk show to talk about it. They did lose a life. They were pretty crazy train robbers. It's a West. It's kind of a modern day Western. I don't know how many years ago it happened. I have to do some research on it. But yeah, there's low level light. That means there's kind of dark moments in it. And this was before Westerns came out that were like The Coward, that shot John Ford, or, you know, which was Jesse James the Coward, that shot, I think his name was Robert Ford or something Ford. This is before the existential Westerns came out. There was a few of them that came out. It's kind of like that a little bit. It's in that kind of rhythm. You gotta check it out. You have it on pre?
Huh? I didn't tell her though. I think I told her later on. Maybe I didn't. I only lived with her, what, 6 months before she died. That's kind of like, I'm not telling her. How far is that?
Living in Oblivion. Steve Buscemi. Also known as Steve Buscemi.
30, 20.
It's about, it's kind of like, it's kind of a surreal, it's borderline surreal, alternative indie film. What's Kitty doing? It kind of investigates the film, independent film market. So I thought it was black and white. It's 1995. They say it's a comedy.
I know, that's where I passed through.
Surreal comedy. What's he doing?
Goddamn pasty.
Yeah, last night this door opened. Linda was sleeping, and it has like this thing where it just opened like that. I was watching stuff about Rosemary's Baby. I didn't see the door open until I was over here. So I looked over here, and Linda was asleep. And man, it scared the crap out of me. Where's Kitty?
So it must be right next to you.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, this is on, by the way.
2.9 miles away.
He'll take a bath anywhere.
Yeah, it takes a bath.
Look at that kitty. Look at that kitty. Kitty, did you want to go on a field trip? Kitty?
No.
Field trip time?
She's not going to be happy about it.
Kitty.
I think it's better if we just stay here.
Bye.